Greetings and hello. Hope everybody's doing all right. Well, obviously, we got some more people coming in as we go, but what's up, everybody? Steve O, what's going on? Oh, yeah, it's stuff all on the floor from where you moved. Yep, it's all back there. All the stuff you moved. It's all behind me.
Oh, that's your stuff that you left on the floor
I
that
was
I tried
I
to
was fine
move.
with it right there. But
Oh,
you wanted to move out of the way, and now it's behind me here. But 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 but
you switch your views.
but we're
Switch
clear here. We're
There you
clear
go.
here.
Oh, look at
Nothing there. Look at that. Your hand, but nothing.
that.
Nothing here. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. He said, "Oh, snap." Uh, Steve O, what's up? Caleb Hamilton, what's going on? Yeah. So yesterday, we had our internet out for almost 12 hours. Almost 12 hours. What?
Kids are listening too. Somebody else is listening. And somewhere in
Oh,
the
is it
house.
on? Oh, it is. Am I on RTV? That's insane. That's like Inception. We got Inception happening here. I'm on the TV. My
I
kids
get
are watching me on the
echoes. I think they're
TV.
all watching.
I think so.
Miracles on her phone.
Oh wow, that's
Live.
crazy.
The boys.
It's Inception in the house right now. It's kind of funny.
We don't even have Spectrum. See, he said something about Spectrum. Yo.
Yeah. Alan Joseph, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, we don't even have Spectrum, but what happened was apparently it was a third party company that was affected by the Hurricane Beryl, or however you say it, and that affected Spectrum and I think other providers. So I think our provider was a part of that because it wasn't the main providers directly; it was this third party that got hit or something like that. So it was a little bit nutty. So we were out of internet, which happens here more often than we'd like. Uh, at first, it was power outages for a pretty good amount of time, and now it's internet outages at least every other week, if not every week.
For the last month.
For the last month, maybe 2 months, like we have something happen. And it
Yeah.
could be as little as down for 5 minutes and it comes right back and it's good. To I think we had one day where it was out the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
because
a
they gave me a
half
credit.
day.
Most times it's like half day, but there we've had a couple of whole at least 12 hour plus days.
We have an incredible amount of construction going on around us,
Yeah,
including the
there's that part.
school that's right by us. Like it's they just finished the roads, and so that part's done.
Yeah,
But like it's just so many more. Like we're in an expanding and ever growing and changing area.
it's a
So
lot going on.
yeah,
So it kind of comes with the territory, I guess. He said, I mean, if you could have AC versus internet, yes, no. In the grand scheme of things, AC for sure. AC for sure. Plus, like we got out, we went driving, look at some like a couple other neighborhoods, looked at some houses. So we got out of the house and just kind of drove around a little bit. Got some ice cream. That's right. Got some ice cream. So it was still a good day. I took the day off. Well, half the day off because I had no internet, so I couldn't work. um, so there was that. It was cool. It was cool. A change in the decor? Not real. Unless you haven't watched in a while. Not really, to be honest. It's
so like
I
most times you
changed.
don't see that shelf over there.
Yeah, I guess the shelf. Well, like in the old videos when I was here, I used to be right here. The desk used to be here, looking that way. You saw all that behind me. Now it's still there. I haven't moved it, so that's that. But then, yeah, the Batman display, which is amazing. Thank you again, wife, for that. That was a Father's Day gift. Yeah, almost forgot. But I mean, we do have a different view here, so we got a different view that we're using as well with the additional uh, ObsBot Tiny 2 Lite that was given to me by ObsBot a couple weeks ago. Still got to do a little breakdown video on that because it's a little bit different from the main one that you're looking at right now. But we'll get to that pretty soon this month. They're both cool though, so I figure I kind of added into the mix. Added into the mix, yeah. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. But how are you all? How are you guys doing? Anybody else in Texas? Anybody watching in Texas dealing with the hurricane, or anybody in Houston? I know Houston's been getting hit, but I just wonder where everybody's at. I know where a few of you guys are at, but just want to check on you guys. We're fine. We're good. Apparently it rained yesterday, southern Texas, like towards Buda and San Antonio, but we saw none of that. Just some clouds at first, but no, we're good. But you know, hurricane season, that's how it goes. How'd you like the new episode of The Acolyte? Didn't watch it yesterday because I had no internet, so I'm gonna watch it tonight. Do a quick little review or reaction slash review on it, like the last two episodes I've done. Two, yeah, two, three, two, two. So yeah, I'll do the same thing from there. Oh, Alan, you're in India. That's what's up. Nice. Uh, but yeah, Caleb, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I'll be watching it tonight. Get that in. Are you guys like open to like live, like watch with me type videos? Like if I were to watch certain episodes of things, obviously like when it comes to that stuff, I can't show the video the whole time. I can't really show it. I probably won't even show it much at all. It'll just be the live reaction of it. And then the video will come out later. But like, are y'all up for that? Like watching stuff with me? If I put like a start time, like, hey, all right, pressing play, and you guys have the streaming app or whatever, y'all be good with that? Because I could do some lives on that too, which I think would be pretty cool. I've watched some videos like that myself, and they are kind of fun. So Steve O was like, yes, all right, cool, all caps. If yeah, if you're up for that, like I would definitely do some of those. Um, watch longs are bomb like Marvel's box office. We're actually gonna talk about a Marvel show in a minute. Well, upcoming one. So you're you've already seen some of the agenda, Steve. They finally answered the things they have been teasing for the whole show. I figured episode 7 would do that. I've been trying to stay away from seeing like titles of people's videos talking about it because I know Tyra Magnus already did something on it. Real Rejects already watched it. Koi Jandrew, he already watched it. So I'm like, I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. Um, so because I want to just watch it and just figure it out. But I figured episode 7 would be that episode, and then episode 8 will probably be some big battle type episode. Like it should hit the ground running right away. They'll just get all this tease stuff out of the way. Then episode 8 can be kind of like another episode 5, more action, kind of, I don't know how they'll go about it, but that's my theory. But I have to watch episode 7 first. No, Steve, you're fine. It was a good segue because I do want to talk about at least one. It was just a trailer. Really a couple trailers that I watched recently I want to talk about. And we'll kind of see where the night takes us. But there was two main ones. And I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts or ideas on like if there's any other trailers maybe I haven't tapped into yet or watched. Because I feel like I'm behind on some things. But I've been watching certain trailers. And I'm kind of, we were talking about this the other day, me and my wife. We were like, I'm kind of getting away from trailer reactions. And I do want to more kind of just either save them for these lives or it'll be more just trailer review type videos is kind of what I'm thinking. So it's a thought, but we'll do a little bit of that today. There was a time when something Star Wars used to get me excited, not anymore. It's kind of happening with a lot of things we love, to be honest. Marvel, Star Wars, DC. There's a lot of different things that, yeah, same goes for Marvel, yeah. A lot of things that would get us hyped, and now not so much. Um, so I don't know. I do feel like Deadpool and Wolverine is gonna change the tide on that a little bit. Uh, Almost forgot that I got my tickets for that already, so we're watching that on Thursday, the 25th. So I'm ready for that. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, Al, no, Caleb, you're talking about We Live in a Time. Literally, when I pulled up my timeline on YouTube, that's one of the first videos that popped up. So it's like right there. I'm like, oh, that's the movie you're talking about. I think you should also uh, put out lives on your videos and let people know you react to videos on live as well and use some of that footage as well. Wait, we had shit in there twice. So wait, you're saying I should put out my lives in my video, like use some of the footage from the lives. Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. I messed that up. Are you saying like I should use footage from the live and put it out as a regular video? Because I do that now for certain things, at least for the, like some of the reactions. I do. Um, but I know like I think like one guy that I watch, Star Wars Theory, like he'll do his reaction to the show and then he'll put out like his quick thoughts on it, and then he'll put out the actual reaction. He'll put out like some like reaction or thoughts or comments from his audience, stuff like that. He'll use like three different videos from the live. You should shout out your lives in your normal vids and let people know. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely correct. I've only done it once so far. So yeah, I do need to add that in there. Need to plug it. There's a couple other things I have to plug. My boss told me that I have to add some more stuff in there. Some other items, agenda items that need to be plugged. But that is one for sure. So yeah, Steve, you're absolutely right. The Duck Father, how's it going? Has anyone seen the trailer for Gladiator 2? Yes. That's also another trailer I want to talk about a little bit as well. Did you watch that? Have you seen that? No. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. I'm kind of I honestly I kind of felt like both of the main trailers I'm thinking about right now that I've watched recently, for me, were mid. Uh, they were just okay. One I liked more than the other, but they for me they were both kind of mid. I was expecting a little bit more. Neither had me ready to buy my ticket or ready to watch the show. Like neither was like, oh, I gotta check this out. Uh, neither really neither really had me excited for either of them. I am glad they're just calling it Gladiator 2 though, not Gladiator with like a, colon some other weird name or something. Like it's just say it's Gladiator 2, that's it. And it's a follow-up. So I think that part's pretty cool. Definitely better than what they were originally trying to do years ago. Oh wait, the Gladiator 2 trailer came up as a YouTube ad. Oh, okay. So you weren't even ready for it. Yeah, they've been trying to make a Gladiator sequel for sheesh, 20 years, 15, 20 years. They've been trying for a long time. Originally it was going to be with Maximus like fighting in the afterlife to try to like come back to life or something crazy. Something where it was like that would completely be one that would feel like a totally different movie, like not even in the same realm of the first Gladiator movie, but yeah, they were trying to go way out there with it at one point. I don't think that would have worked. What they're doing now seems to make the most sense, but we'll see. So basically, the rumored Passion sequel. Sheesh. Uh, Possibly, yeah. Seems like it's what they were going for. But yeah, yeah. I did check that out. No, I don't think they were gonna. I don't know. I don't know where they were trying to go with it. And I think he was trying to like fight his way through the afterlife to like to also find his wife and son or something and like bring somehow they either all be together or they come back to it was something crazy. Something crazy. I think it'd be like, surrounding was it gonna be like Greek gods and stuff? I can't remember. Now I can't remember. But it sounded insane. Yeah. I mean I do need to watch the trailer again. I didn't know Pedro Pascal was in it, and I forgot Denzel Washington was in it. So that was weird. That one was weird. I guess we can kind of talk about this one now, but that one I said this dude literally Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaac, they're living the dream. Uh, they're playing all the characters they want to play. They're they're just doing what they want to do. They're in almost every type of genre of a movie you could think of. They're showing up. So kudos to them because that's pretty cool. But it's getting a little crazy. Can we literally get right up off Pedro's anytime now? He's showing up in everything. He's showing up in everything. Let's see. Let me so now here is where I got a little confused though. Okay, this is all I'll kind of put here. Let's go with you know what? Let's go with this view. How about this? Yeah. There we go. With this dude, because obviously that's Maximus. Was so this is this is the main character now, obviously older. Who was he in the first one? Because I can't remember. You watched the movie recently, more than me. You remember this kid? Who this kid was in Gladiator? No? Who could tell me? Who the hell is that? I I was when I saw it, I was like, I kind of vaguely remember what like whose kid was he? Because now that's him, right?
Was that his older
Looks like the
son?
Roman. Not that they killed. I thought they. Can I even say that anymore? Unalived his family. That's what I thought. That is not him. Saying that is not him. So this because she's here with this. Like, isn't that the same kid right there? He was a son of the emperor's daughter. So that's who. That this was a son of the emperor's daughter. Because I don't know. I see him here. I'm like, that's the same kid, right? Then there's this kid. So this has to be the dude then, huh? That's not the same kid from earlier, is it? No, you don't think that's the same? No, okay, all right. I'm being told no. It looks like the same kid.
Oh, maybe.
It
Hold
looked
on,
like
let me
him.
go back.
So you got here and then here. I see the freckles on his nose. YouTube spiral. The nose almost looks very similar. That's why I was a little bit confused. Am I going crazy? I don't know.
He gonna say it's not the same kid.
Yeah, he's saying it's not the same. So I'll roll with that. I will say this though. I thought Denzel in this like I don't know. I'm always used to like people. I feel like they should have um some kind of accent like in these roles.
He's giving Morgan Freeman vibes.
Definitely Morgan Freeman in oh, what was that movie? Oh no, what was that movie? When he had did he have like dreads? Ben Hur. Morgan Freeman and Ben Hur. That literally felt like this is what was happening. I was like, is he are they playing like the same role? But he's just talking like all right, anybody remember Robin Hood with Kevin Costner? how everybody in that movie had, you know, an accent except Kevin Costner. Like it was, I I love the movie. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong, but like, he's the only one that doesn't have an accent. And so like I don't know. I feel like Denzel's doing the same thing. Almost everybody else seemed to have an accent, or maybe not necessarily everybody. Let's see. Hold on. Did I miss something? Do 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 do. He was supposed to be the title character, Lucius Verus, the little boy. Okay. Mm. Many accents, to be fair. Okay. I'll roll with it. I'll roll with it. You know, why not? Yeah, why are they making Gladiator 2? I love Denzel. I do too. Even though Denzel is just Denzel in every movie nowadays. Uh, except what was the one I said? Flight Plan. I think Flight Plan was like one of his last best roles, to be honest, like recent. He was good in that one with Jared Leto and Rami Malek, but that movie was weird. Um, but yeah, like why are we doing this? What's did we see an actual? I don't know. Not to say it's gonna be bad. I'm not even going off that. It's just there had to be a full reason. And the movie looks good. I'll give him that too. The movie looks really good. Does he go training day in this one? I hope not. I definitely hope not. But yeah, like the action looks like it's gonna be cool. The visuals look pretty dope. I mean, even though they got these like the sons of old dude of Joaquin Phoenix's character. That's what I'm gonna assume. She's in here from the first one. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like the plot, visually looks great. It's just the plot that I'm like, mm, I don't know. Hollywood has just lost its ability to make new movies. I mean, that's pretty much the way it goes. They're gonna reboot or remake everything. Now that okay, Daniel, what's first off, what's up, Daniel? Uh, how's it going? The song I like, the song I do like, I just don't like it in this movie. I'm like, when did we get away from having the cinematic music in trailers? Like, it's always got to be like a whatever the hot song is either at that time or just that you think might fit. But that song, it was playing out throughout a lot of this trailer, and I was like, this does not fit. And it took me out of what story they're trying to tell through the trailer, at least. Like, it took me just out of this era because you got this rap song playing throughout like the latter half of the trailer. It didn't fit for me at all. So that part I didn't care for. But the song is dope. I didn't like the pairing with this trailer. I prefer something that's just a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more with the time frame of the movie. I don't know. That's just me. But again, it looks great. It looks great. And what else has this guy been in? Because he doesn't look really familiar to me, so I'm not really sure who this guy is. I know the name, but I can't remember anything else I've seen him in. Expecting a sequel for the movie 300. I'd watch that though. Even the way that movie ended, like show us the rest of that. That'd be cool. Maybe that is her son and he's twisted like his uncle was. Maybe there's a possibility there. There are so many fascinating stories throughout history. It's not like there is not enough to inspire new movies. Absolutely correct. That's Lucius Malfoy from the Harry Potter movies. What? No, no, it's not. Hold on. Irish actor. No. Yeah, no. I know. I'm like, hold on. He's been in a bunch of stuff that I have not seen. See, Steve, you made me look it up. You made me look it up. Yeah, literally everything he's been in so far, I haven't seen any of this. Obviously, I'll watch this when at some point, but I no, I did it for the content. Okay, thank you. Oh, he was in Napoleon. Did anybody watch that? Because I didn't. So he wasn't that. Don't trust the comments. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm getting there. uh, yeah, I mean, Daniel, I think that's what it's going to be. This will be like kind of the role that does something for them, I'm sure, to some degree. They've clearly done their clearly done they've put the work in, that's for sure. All those are the movies they've done. Again, I haven't watched any of them, but it's all good. This was pretty cool though. Yeah, I also felt like they were watching, not watching, but I felt like they were showing almost the whole movie. I know there's a lot in here that's they haven't shown, but just the way that it flows, I felt like they were showing it like everything. I'm sure the action is going to be brutal though. Like even from the first one, that was one of the highlights. So that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't watch trailers anymore. I'm with you. Honestly, most of the movies I've watched recently where I didn't watch the trailer, I enjoy the movie more. Normally, the Watchers I watched like one trailer and that was all I watched. Then I watched the movie and the movie was just okay. Bike Riders, I didn't watch anything before we went in. Really enjoyed that movie. Uh, the one that I remember the most though that I really enjoyed was an advanced screening for John Wick, the very first movie. I didn't watch the trailer, didn't know what it was about, just knew Keanu Reeves was in it, and I don't even think I saw a poster, like nothing. Went into it completely blind, and that was the movie, and I was like, "Yo, this was amazing." So that's like one of the one I'll never forget type movies where it's like I didn't watch anything going in, and I fully enjoyed that movie because it was all a surprise. I do love unknown actors in a big movie. I'm with you there. Wraith Bear, I'm with you there. I do. It's one reason I like when they cast a new Superman. I rather be somebody that's unknown. I prefer that even with a Batman, but they keep casting known actors in that role for some reason. But I also like it when there's like a brand new actor, or at least to most mainstream audiences. When it is somebody brand new, it does make I don't know. I'm able to accept the character more. Whereas if it's a big name, it's a little bit tougher for me in some cases. So yeah, I prefer it too. The trailer for John Wick had you excited. Yeah, I didn't even watch the trailer. Didn't watch the trailer beforehand. Knew nothing about it. If they did the Wizard of Oz next year, the curtain being open happens 10 seconds into the teaser. Well, wasn't that kind of somewhere? What was that movie? Oz the Great and Powerful with James Franco and Mila Kunis. Yeah, it was kind of a situation there where they just showed a lot of things that you already know from that story, but they're like, oh, we're doing it a little bit differently, and it's told from different perspectives. So let's just show you all the stuff that you know mostly. You'll see some new stuff. Obviously, they got Wicked coming out later this year, which I don't know much about that. I know it's based on a Broadway show, but I don't know. I feel like when certain things that they're remaking uh, from other existing properties from many, many years ago, they'll show you like some of the things that you just know. And they'll just keep it moving. Like Tom Holland and Spider Man, quite unknown as far as I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the only other thing I saw him in was The Impossible. Is that the one with the family that goes on the vacation? The tsunami hits the the place they're in.
No,
No,
movies.
okay. Miracle, I think watched it. My daughter, I think watched it recently. But that's really the only thing I remembered him from at that time. So seeing him as Spider Man was pretty cool because yeah, it felt like somebody you don't know. Like we were in on the reveal and everything. It was pretty cool. Steve O is he's he's doing his own version of a quick little ad for the memberships. We do have memberships, 99 cents a month. Get these awesome emojis. I'm actually looking to make some upgrades to that pretty soon because I think they could be bigger or at least a little bit more detailed. So I'm trying to figure that out. Uh, but yeah, no, it does go. It goes a long way. It's really awesome. And I put out some member only videos, so you have access to those. It's pretty cool. So yeah, check it out. Yay! Hi, watching you while getting your nails done. Oh, nice, Amber. Very nice. Make a comedian actor to play Batman like Michael Keaton. I mean, it worked then, and people hated it, but people hate every superhero casting in most cases. So I'm never surprised nowadays when I see a casting and people are like, "Oh, this sucks. Why did they choose him or her?" I think the only one that was weird was Heath Ledger as Joker, but obviously we see how that went. That was amazing. I was worried about Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman because I've always seen Wonder Woman being, just a tad bit thicker or muscular. She's so skinny. So like there's aspects of it where I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. And she was good. She was fine. But I'm sure they're gonna find somebody for the new one that'll be even better, I feel. Steve O with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. That's what's up. 5 gifted. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Steve. That's awesome. Always coming through. uh. Yeah, no, that's the part. A lot of times, like, unless it was just something absolutely insane with the casting, I don't know. Like, wait till the movie comes out and see how it goes. Now we do have a number that didn't work out that well, like Daredevil, like Ben Affleck as Daredevil. That wasn't good. Uh, so we do have some that are like, this is cheesy, or for that time, it just didn't work. But a lot of times, most of the castings end up working. Like Robert Pattinson as Batman, I think is amazing. He's dope. His Bruce Wayne's good too, so he's good in both roles. And I feel like the Batman movies, I think would do just a different way of going about that duality of the character. So I'm excited for the next one if it's even happening, because DC seems to be in a weird place right now until Superman comes out. We don't even know what's really happening with like the DC Black label type stuff. The Batman, Joker, obviously still coming out. That's this year, but we don't know what's going on. Steve O with 37 months. Yo, like he said, 3 years, bro. It's insane. That's why, and I know I put it in there about like what I should change for the I think there's a 3 year and a 4 year membership badge now. So I gotta add something there so you have something different. But yeah, 37 months, Steve. You've been here since the beginning. Brian, you like yeah, Amanda, Daniel, y'all been here since the early days. So it's yeah, you've been rolling with the channel for a minute. I always appreciate it. It's really dope. He was here when Mike's beard was a baby and was drinking the milk. And or had gone through different phases. I think when I first originally started it, like I had no beer, or I had a beer, but it was just like very like it wasn't this. It was just mostly mostly very low. I remember people making fun of Thor's armor when the first looks came out, and then it worked fine. Yeah, there's still like some behind the scenes photos I see of the suit, and it's like it looks weird, like kind of cheap, kind of like not something I can find at Party City necessarily, but just like it looked weird. But then you see it in action, in the movie, and it's fine. Which is why I am very optimistic that the Superman suit in Superman 2025, the James Gunn one, will look fine once it's finished. But right now, I don't like the look currently. So that's yeah, this is kind of how it goes for me. If the next Batman movie is delivered, Robert Pattinson will be my favorite Batman, close contested with Michael Keaton. I've said the same thing. I think when I talked about when I did the Batman pitch meeting, did I do an honest trailer on that one? What did I do a versus? Can't remember. I'll have to look that up. I know I did the pitch meeting reaction. Uh, I said that like I felt like he was kind of a culmination of all the live action Batman we've seen up until this point. Because a lot of different things you saw from his Batman, you saw in the 1989 Batman, you saw it in a little bit of Ben Affleck's Batman. Like each Batman has like a really good thing about them, but his it had so many different aspects of what we've seen before in one, and so I thought he was great. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next with him, as long as the second one does happen. So I'm really hoping. We ain't going nowhere. Hey. It's always better when the suits are in action. Yeah, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think the reason that I'm kind of like I've been kind of dumping on it a little bit, the James Gunn one, is because Zack Snyder's Superman suit looks so good in photos, in action, no matter what. Like it looked great. So, and they even, I mean, it's basic, but the Superman Returns, Brandon Routh, his suit looked great. Obviously, Christopher Reeve, like that's when you see it now, it's like that looks cheap. But even the Tyler, I always say his name wrong. Hecklin, is it Hecklin? Hecklin. His suit looks great. This one just looks kind of weird. Just like looks like it's too big for him. But I do want to see it in action. That's why I know I'll have an actual full realization of what they're trying to do here. I think it's gonna look good. Honestly, I do. In action, not in photos right now. In action. Robert Pattinson was very good, and I think part of the reason why I found him to be so good was because I didn't expect it. Here's the thing: I expected it. I kind of did because I realize a lot of people remember him from Twilight. They just remember him from Twilight, or at least majority of people remember him from Twilight. A lot of people didn't see Good Times. A lot of people didn't see what's the one? There's one where he's on. I think High Life. I think is what it's called. Is it High Life or is it? There's one where he's like on a ship with a baby. Um, there's like so many other movies that he's been in where he was fantastic. Obviously, The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe. He's done a lot of stuff since Twilight that's shown that he's got acting chops. Like he really could do some stuff. And so yeah, I knew that he was gonna do well in the role. I knew he'd do very well as Bruce Wayne. Didn't know exactly how he'd do as Batman until I saw him in the suit, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. Um, he's not like big in the suit, but the suit is menacing enough where it does the job. But also the approach they took in the Batman, being that it was very much more focused on the fear aspect, which I feel like Batman Begins kind of did. Anybody remember the Batman Begins video game? That did it way more than the movie. It was like an actual power you had. I remember that game because I played it a lot. But this movie, the Batman, it took that to a different level. Excuse me, than other Batman movies did, as from a fear factor. I thought I had a good time watching Good Time. Good Time was stressful to watch. Kind of like it was like Uncut Gems because it was the same guys that directed it. It was stressful. Just this constant thing. James Gunn will be better than Zack Snyder. Yes. I mean, that kind of goes without saying. I like some Zack Snyder things. He's not a good storyteller. He's a good visual uh, guy, but he's definitely much more like, uh, what's the phrase? There's no substance to like what he puts on screen. It might look good, but then you realize we didn't need to see all this, and it didn't need to be in slow motion. Just so many different things. So it's yeah. I think Gunn tells better stories, and he has a good way he goes about his visuals. I think of like Brightburn. That was a good one. That was like a good horror. I mean, obviously he produced that. He didn't direct that, but he had a hand in like how that went. So I feel like there's a lot of different like movies and things that he's done where it's he has a creative way of how he tells stories. Where Zack Snyder is like you kind of know what you're coming in for. Gunn, I feel like can surprise you sometimes, and he can go for the jugular as far as like the feels. So he has that power. Remember, he says it's his second year as Batman. Yeah, which I like that too. I like that it wasn't like an origin story thing. He had been doing it for a little bit, literally a little bit. But yeah, I kind of hope there's another time jump in the Batman 2, which I hear there kind of is. I don't know how long though, because obviously the whole city got flooded, or most of the city got flooded. There should be some kind of time jump there. I don't know. Snyder's threatened to release his Justice League cut into theaters just when they're needing it saved. Um, I looked at that earlier, like last week, I think. I like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love it actually. When it comes to like other DCEU stuff, that's the top tier for me, really. Man of Steel is great. I do like Man of Steel. We watched Wonder Woman recently, and I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I did the first time because I hated it the first time. This most recent time I watched it, I enjoyed it. Still hate the ending. Like I always bring that up. The ending still sucks. Um, but it's still actually a really good movie because Chris Pine makes it a great movie. It's has almost nothing has something to do with Wonder Woman, but mostly with Steve Trevor. Um, but Zack Snyder's Justice League, it like it fixed so many things from the Justice League. What was that 2017? I think that came out. Fixed so many things from that because that movie was a big letdown, and it was just a little more fun. It fleshed things out in a better way. I don't think it needed to be 4 hours, but it was, and that's what we got. So I thought it was pretty cool. I don't think I could sit in a movie theater for 4 hours to watch that movie though. I mean, it's I can watch it at home now. Like, why would not just do that? So that's if they do put it in theaters, I think they'll get some people that go see it. But it's a long time to be sitting in a theater. I mean, 3 hours, 3.5 hours. That's long. That's long too. I get it, but I don't know. I don't know. They want to do a Court of Owls in the Batman movie. If they are doing that, they really need a time jump. Must be a third movie. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Can't believe the Batman 2 will be all the way in fall 2026. Yeah, wasn't it originally supposed to be next year? They got pushed again. So, and again, I don't know if it has to do with just how the new DCU stuff is going or what, but I was really hoping to see that next year. That's why I'm wondering if it's even going to happen because I don't think they've started filming yet. So anything could happen at this point. Mm-mm-mm. Did you see Ultraman Rising? Is one of those movies where I wouldn't say it's objectively amazing, but in my viewing experience, is one of my favorite movies of the whole year that I have seen. That's on. Is that on Netflix? I thought it was a show. Oh, it's a movie. Okay. Uh, I had no idea. Yeah, add it to my list because I love Ultraman. I used to have a toy when I was a kid, but I thought that was a TV show. That's crazy. I didn't know it was a movie. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I thought it was a show. And that was June 14th. Jeez. Okay. Getting it added to the list because I definitely want to check that out. Zack Snyder's Justice League would have been 1 hour without everything being slow. Probably. Yeah, when you really do take out like all the slow motion stuff, it's like this wouldn't have been nearly as long as you're making it out to be. Can I type in here? What's going on? There we go. Yeah, but that's kind of the way it goes. It would have to have an intermission after 2 hours. It's already split in chapters. Yeah, the chapters I like. That's why I think it was perfect for a at home viewing. The way that they did it, putting it in theaters, that you'd have to have something in the middle.